guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm with Julia, my beautiful, cutest, oh look at his face, wife. We have been married for almost a year now, can you believe it?
No, actually, time has like gone by literally so fast. It feels
crazy.
like we just got married. It's really weird.
But the biggest thing that we get asked, like as a married lesbian couple in Utah, is what it's like living in Utah. Because if you don't know about Utah, basically it's just filled with Mormons or LDS people. It's a religion. Julia used to be part of the church. My family used to be part of the church. So we both kind of grew up in families that were Mormon or LDS. So we just kind of wanted to talk about it and tell you our experiences, because so literally so many people ask us this is like their #1 question. So yeah, we just thought we'd answer some questions.
So tell us your questions.
So many people ask me to tell my coming out story, and the only reason that I don't make this like a full video is because my coming out story was literally so easy and so quick. My family's really supportive, which I'm really thankful for, but I decided to tell them when I was 16 and I had a high school girlfriend, and I just sat them down, told them what was going on with me, and they basically just said okay, like cool, like, and that's just that, and we rolled with it. And she kind of had like a different experience because your family was a little bit more LDS, so I will let her tell her story.
So I went to BYU, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a Mormon church.
You have to be Mormon.
It's a Mormon college,
there,
not a church. It's not a church. What kind of is? It's a college that you have to be Mormon to go to, and you're not allowed to be gay there. I guess like while I was there, things started to surface more, you know, because you're in this position in which people are like getting married around you, and people are like talking seriously about like life and like partners, and like everything becomes way more real, and then you suddenly realize that you're not feeling the same way like on a real like hardcore level as the people around you, and it's like really scary. I left BYU because I started seeing a girl that I was with at the time. I met her at BYU. That was hard. That was actually really hard, and that's a weird thing to talk about, because you don't want to say like, oh, like I regret being gay, or because I don't, but it's a hard thing to do, because my entire life was surrounded by like the Mormon church, and everything about myself I had built on the foundation of the Mormon church. Long story short, my parents and my whole family is still, and was obviously at the time of me coming out, very active Mormons, and that was a little rough. Like when I came out to my parents, they were crying, you know, and they were saying like, well, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna get married in the temple, like, which is a big thing in the Mormon church, and it's hard because you don't want to like disappoint your parents like that, and you don't want to. It sucks a little bit, and because of that like feeling like I was disappointing them, I actually went through conversion therapy for a little bit. So I talked to my bishop at church, and I would meet with him weekly, and we would talk about how, like, my feelings, and it was like really kind of creepy like my like sexual urges, and like how like that is progressing, and how we're aiming that towards men and not women, and it was like really kind of creepy and weird, but I like really wanted it at the time, which is like a weird thing to say at this point in my life because I'm married to a woman and like my whole life is completely different. But yeah, at the time, like I really wanted that, and so eventually, after realizing the creepiness of the situation and how like really messed up all that was, I left. I left it all. I left the BYU. I left the church. I decided to do my own thing, and that's a different thing to do, but it means I met her. And that brings me to right now, which is when I'm married to a woman and my life is awesome, and my parents fully support me now, you know, even though sometimes it takes time. So aside from like our coming outs and everything, like everybody always wonders like what it's like for us being married to each other and in Utah, because you don't see a lot of like lesbian couples that are really like married to each other in Utah. And really we haven't experienced like too many
people like being rude to us because
Yeah.
of it, or I mean, the one time though we did, this is actually like crazy, is the one time that it did happen was on our wedding day, right after we had our ceremony. So we had just gotten married like 5 minutes ago, and we were taking like cute videos and pictures after, just us with our photographer, while everybody else set up at the reception, and we were gonna all meet them there. And we did get kicked out because we were 2 girls, and you know, that sucked, and everybody around them was kind of like felt really uncomfortable too. And there was this really nice lady there. I wish I knew who this lady was, but she like ran up to us and she was like, I'm so sorry this is happening. Like, I have a space, like, cause we were up in Provo Canyon. You guys probably don't know what that is if you don't live in Utah. But she basically said that like her girlfriend had a space that she owned up here and we could go take pictures if we wanted. And like, she felt so bad for us, which was like, she was
sweet.
Yeah, she was really nice. But other than that, we haven't really experienced. People ask us in public if we're sisters, if we're best friends. What else have we gotten asked?
One time we were at the store and we're checking out, and the lady said something like, "Oh my gosh, you guys' rings like kind of match." And then we were like, yeah, like we got them so that they would match, you know, like just similar but different. And then she said something. What did she say? Oh, then we said something about like we've mentioned something about how we're getting married on the same day, clearly, right? Like, because we're getting married to each other. And then she was like, and your husbands are like okay with that? Or something.
Yeah. We were like,
wow, you guys must be really close that you're getting married on the same day.
It's really close. We'll stick with that.
And then we're like, well, we're getting married to each other. And then she goes, well, this is awkward.
Yeah. But other than that, it's just like little funny things like that. No one's ever like turned us away for anything or been like disrespectful or rude to us in any way. So really, I get so confused when people ask what it's like living in Utah and being gay and married, because like, I don't know, the same as where you live. Like, it's like pretty much the exact same thing. And
yeah, I mean, I feel like we're different, but people are generally nice, you know? Especially in Utah. Like, yeah, it may be religious, but most of the religious people are nice.
Yeah.
Some people ask us if we ever want to move out of Utah, live somewhere more like liberal, where there's more gay people, or even move into the city, because we don't live in like Salt Lake City. We live in the more like Mormon populated area. Probably not. Maybe, but probably not.
For some reason, I don't feel the need to go be with all the other gay people. I'm comfortable here, and
we have family here. We have lives here.
Jobs.
I'm in school. So I mean, like, it's not like I think out of the realm of possibility, but I don't really feel like I want to move because of that. You know what I mean?
I don't think we'll move. I'll definitely think we'll stay here, and if we move, it'll be because of a job offer or some bigger opportunity.
And she's in charge, so what she says is reality. One thing that people ask me a weird amount is that if the Mormon church, which of course is very prevalent here, would ever allow gay people to like be gay and open in the church and like everything is handy dandy with them, if we would join it or I would go back. And the answer is a big fat no. Negative. Would you?
No.
Oh. Because I was speaking for myself a little bit.
No. So like my situation is a little bit different just because like I was baptized, but my parents are divorced and my mom is not really religious and my dad is still religious. So it's kind of this weird thing where I spent half of my life with my mom not being religious and half of my life with my dad being religious. And it was kind of like a difficult situation just because I spent like my teenage years with my dad, so like when I really started to like come to terms with like, oh, I might like girls was kind of hard just because I was going to church with them and was like doing the church activities and being in Young Women's, if you know what that is, and like things like that.
She met her first girlfriend in Young Women's.
Yeah, which I feel like would be a good story.
That's scandalous.
Yeah, I met my first girlfriend like I was so young, but yeah.
Maybe we'll save that for a later story time. Comment if you want to hear that story.
Yeah, juicy. But yeah, so I kind of had like a weird situation, but like even my dad, who's like more religious, it still like wasn't a problem like at all, and we're like really accepted, and it's really not a problem. But yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to talk about, just because we get literally so many questions. Anytime I do a Q&A on my Instagram, anytime I like even have a message, I feel like it has to do with us being gay and in Utah. So yeah, this is the tea, sis. Sorry, it's pretty normal. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Sorry that wasn't, too much information. If you guys do like this video and you want to hear more, like, let us know. We can definitely talk about it more. We don't really know what to say. And also, we're total homebodies. We don't have any friends. We don't really go out and do anything. So basically, no one can hurt us if we're in our own living room.
That's probably why we never get hate, because we just sit in here all day.
Maybe you should ask another lesbian couple that, like, actually goes out and, like, explores the world and doesn't just watch Netflix and The Bachelor all day. You might get some more information. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see more from us, make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. And yeah, bye guys.